Hey, how's it going everybody, and welcome to the final day of Redstone week, and today we're taking a look at block swappers. So we have a bunch of different designs here, some that are faster, some that are slower, some that have really cool animations, some that are one wide, etc. So a lot of variation here, and I'll have a tutorial for each and every one of these on the second half of the video. So click that go to tutorial button if you want to see the tutorial immediately for one of these that I show. So the first design here is actually a multi-block swapper. So you'll see here we got a flush floor made out of granite here. If I hit this button, come out with a cauldron there. That's kind of cool. Hit the button again, we get some glowstone for some lighting. Hit the button one more time, we got a crafting table. And then hit it once more, and we get the granite back again. So here is the redstone here behind this. I can swap 4 different blocks, so that is pretty nifty. There's that. This design is by Mumbo, and yeah, it's a multi-block swapper, as I said. Relatively quick, but yeah, very useful since you can have 4 different blocks come up from the floor there. This second design here is a block swapper. It can swap 1 block. It's pretty nifty. It has a pretty nice animation here. So it comes straight out like that, out of the wall. Goes back just like that. So let's see that again. There you go. And this one is also by Mumbo. So I'll provide a link to his channel in the description. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward with the redstone here. Nothing too complicated. But I like the animation on that one. Let's see. This one here is a design by Caleb Night Eyes. So if you flick this lever, you'll see the crafting bench pops out here. Also a good animation on this. You can see the wall moves up is how this one works. And this one is only 1 block wide, as you can see here from the redstone. And then of course it has a piston on the bottom that pushes up, and then when you turn it off, the piston pushes back down. So that's pretty cool. Next up we have a design for corner blocks. So if I flick this lever here, you'll see the redstone lamps are pushed out and they turn on. And if I flick the lever again, they all retract in order. So that's pretty cool. Nice dynamic lighting element there. And this is a design by Minecraft for Dummies. So yeah, this is a really simple design. Really easy to build. You can probably figure out how it works from this here. Basically this piston here updates the sticky piston that pushes the redstone lamp out, while this one turns off, so it pulls the bricks up. So that's how that works. This next one here, this design, I'm not sure who this is by. This has been around for a long time now. It's a very simple block swapper. This is one that I use sometimes for certain projects. So yeah, it comes in like that. Goes back out. Not the fastest in the world, but doesn't really have to be. It's pretty straightforward how it works. You can see all the redstone right there, basically. And then there's torches underneath these pistons, and 1 piston has dust on it. So that's pretty cool. Over here we have a boring old tunnel, right? Wrong. It's a party tunnel in here, I guess. So we got all the ores and stuff shoot out of the wall. We got glowstone shooting out of the wall. Hit the button again, or this button down here. Yeah, it'll go back. Bring it back again. So yeah, this is a really cool design. And it's 1 wide. You can tile it next to each other, obviously. It's pretty straightforward how it works. It just swaps 1 block from the other, and I actually got a cross section over here of it. So you'll see here we have a crafting table up there. If I hit this button, there you go. You got the cauldron out there now. And this design is actually pretty unique because a lot of the 1 wide designs broke in 1.8. Like Codecrafted's design no longer works. Things like that. So this is actually really handy to have, and you can see all the redstone here. All these are exactly the same over here. But yeah, they're all just connected up. Over here we have a design for a pretty fast flush floor design of a 1 block swapper. So if we hit that, you'll see crafting table comes up. Hit it again, crafting table goes back down. So So that's pretty quick. Most of the time it takes to actually activate this is actually in this torch. This whole thing, once the torch turns off and back on, it actually goes pretty quick. And finally, this is a design that I built. This is a super fast block swapper. This thing's ridiculously fast, I have to say. So it swaps a crafting table for a block on the corner of a room. So check out how fast this is. Kabam! I love this. Boom! It's like instant. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward as well. Just uses a couple of redstone blocks, and then just the signal coming down here. If you have a button, it's actually one wide, so you can actually activate it from there. But it goes back. You actually need a lever. My bad. Yeah, so if you have a lever here, then it's one wide. But yeah, with this it's only 3 wide, so it's pretty good for how fast it is, I think. I think it's worth it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on with the tutorial for all these. We're going to start down here with the multi-block swapper and then work our way back. Okay, so the multi-input block swapper, first thing you want to do is go ahead and make a 5 block wide by 4 block long area with a little extra bit on this side for the input. Then you'll place a sticky piston facing upward like so. Block there, non-sticky piston there. Block there, non-sticky piston there, delete that block. Block there, sticky piston there, delete that block. Sticky piston there, and then a non-sticky piston facing inward like that. Now come to this back side, we'll place a block down here with redstone. This is your input line right here. Place a block there, and then a repeater right here on 2 ticks. Then place a repeater here on 2 ticks as well. Break that block, sticky piston facing upward with the block on top. Redstone like so. And then a repeater here heading into this non-sticky piston on 4 ticks. Repeater there on 2 ticks. Block on top. Dust right there. Then go ahead and place a block right on top there. Repeater here on 2 ticks. Block there. And then a block here with a repeater on 2 ticks. Now the only other thing you need is redstone block right there. That's going to be your floor right here. Let's go ahead and also wire up the input while we're at it. So we'll place a block right on top of this redstone here, and then a block right beside it. And then we'll have one more block right here. So we'll have repeater, dust, and then our floor, and there's the button that powers it all. Now all we need to do is just go ahead and fill in the other 3 blocks we want this to rotate between. So I'm going to get a crafting table, a cauldron, and also some glowstone. And then a water bucket to fill the cauldron, of course. So, let's go ahead and put these down. So you have a crafting table there, have some glowstone right there, cauldron right there. We'll fill the cauldron up, and then we'll go ahead and cover everything with some granite. That'll be our floor, just like so. And let's test it out. There's our glowstone. There's our cauldron. There's our crafting table. There's our granite. Okay, next up, the double piston extender hidden crafting table. So go ahead and place a block down right there, there, and there. Now we'll have a repeater on 4 ticks here, repeater on 4 ticks here, dust all around like that. We'll have a torch right here with a sticky piston facing upward. Go ahead and place your wall block on there. This is where your wall will be right there. And so then go ahead and place dust on top of this block. And then we're going to go ahead and come up 1 block right here and just make some blocks go around like so. Dust like that. Repeater here on 4 ticks, repeater here on 2 ticks, dust right here. Go ahead and place your crafting bench down there, and then 2 sticky pistons facing in just like that. Now our input is going to be right here, so we're going to go ahead and place a block right there, piece of dust right there. Now go ahead and place your floor down just like so. And we'll go ahead and place our lever down right there. And you're done. Now onto the 1 wide hidden crafting bench. So go ahead and place a block here, 2 blocks down like that. This will be your input line. Place a block down like so, block there, and a block there. Now on this first block, place a piston facing upward with a crafting bench on it. Then a repeater into that block with a torch on it. Then a block on top of that, torch on top of that. Sticky piston facing inward. And this is where your wall will go, so come up 1, 2, 3 blocks. Place a block on top of that with a torch, another block with a torch, and then go ahead and come out one block here and put a repeater on single tick delay, and then go ahead and place a non-sticky piston facing downward, and you are done. All you need to do now is add the wall. I want to add a bit to cover up that piston up top, so just do something like that maybe. More wall, and then your floor goes right here at the same level as the crafting bench, and then lever down, up and out, in and down. Very nice. Next up, we're going to do the pop-down redstone lamp design. So go ahead and place a lever down right here. And just make note that this design does need to be on a corner, so we have a corner right here. And we'll come to the back here, place a block down, and redstone where that lever on the other side of this block can power it. I come up like so with some redstone dust, just like that. Repeater right here. And we're going to break this block, place a redstone lamp down there. Block on top of that with a torch. And now comes the tricky part. We're going to need to get a upside down. Yep, as you can see, it's quite tricky. Going to need an upside down sticky piston here, so I may have to break this. Come down like that. That's what we want right there. And now we'll need a sticky piston on this side, so we'll come out 2 blocks, and we'll need a sticky piston facing in right there. And then we'll have a non-sticky piston facing down right there. So that's the first lamp wired up here. So let's just test that out. I will also need to put a lever right there and flick it on. So let's make sure the first one works. There we go. Okay. Very nice. And then for the second one, we just do the exact same thing. Just go ahead and repeat this. So we'll place a redstone lamp right here. Iron block on top, or whatever solid block you want. Redstone on top of that. Gotta go up a few blocks here. And then probably down 1 or 2. There we go. Sticky piston facing downward. And then a sticky piston facing inward right at this point, which is kind of tough to place, but yep, there we go. And then a regular piston facing downward right there. And then all we need to do is simply hook these up. So I'm going to go ahead and put a delay of 3 in between mine. You can do 4 or 1 if you want it faster. So for instance, this will be quite a bit faster. And then don't forget your lever turned on. So let's try it. Yep, so you can see that's pretty quick. So this is what it should look like from above once you're done. I only did 4 here, but you can continue this pattern on pretty much indefinitely. And then just go ahead and step down, test it out, and it works. Moving on now, we're going to build the sort of standard design for block swappers. So place a block down, button on it, redstone dust behind it, block right there, redstone torch on the back of that block with a sticky piston right there facing inward. Then from this torch, lead it out with some redstone repeaters, and that will go into a block on both sides. Then place redstone torches on both of those blocks, and then redstone, depending on how you orient this, it may need to be on the right or the left. In this case, it's going to be on the right, but just play around with that. And then go ahead and place a non-sticky piston on top, just like that, and non-sticky piston on top of that torch as well. Now you can go ahead and build up your wall. Your wall is going to be right here, just like that. And go ahead and place the blocks you want to swap. One block will be right there, and the other block will be on this side right there. So go ahead and build up your wall again, hit the button, let's see it swap, and then swap back. Very nice. Next up, we're going to build this flush one wide tileable design. That's the same design I used here to make the hallway trick happen. So come on out here. We're going to build this one off the floor. So piston right there facing upward. Then we're going to have a block and a redstone block like that. Block beside it, it'll extend like that. 3-tick delay on that repeater. Then have a block of redstone right there. Come up 2 blocks like that. Sticky piston facing downward. And then on top of this block, we'll have a redstone torch. Have a block beside it with dust on it. That's our input right there. So you can go ahead and put a button on there if you want to. Then have a sticky piston facing outward like that. Put a block on there. That's one of the blocks you'll swap. Then go ahead and come up again here with a torch on top. block there, repeater here on 2 ticks, and then have a non-sticky piston facing downward like that, and then put the second block you want to swap on there. So let's just get a cauldron just for the sake of having it. There we are. Okay, now your wall is going to be even with this block right here. So go ahead and make your wall there, and then test it out. So we got the crafting table out right there, and there's a cauldron, and there's the crafting table once again. So then go ahead and put in your floor wherever you want, and you're done. Next up, the super fast floor block swapper. So come up 2 blocks here, sticky piston facing upward, 3 blocks here, sticky piston facing inward, and the same on this side. Now go ahead and connect up these 2 blocks here with some blocks like so. Put some dust on those blocks, and we want to put torches on the underside of these. But first, go ahead and place some blocks you want to swap. So we're going to swap crafting table and polished diorite, because that'll be our floor. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 immovable blocks here and here, and then go ahead and place down those torches I mentioned. So one there, then place a block down there as well, torch on it, block on top. Now come over here to the front side, place 2 blocks down like this, 1 repeater in like that, and 1 here with 2 ticks of delay. And that is it. You are done, except for the input, which is actually right here. Place down a torch, or a redstone dust there rather. Come up 2 blocks here, place a torch on the side like that. You'll see that they swapped. And then place another block right here behind this piston. Then go ahead and just extend your floor out. As I said, your input will be right here. So go ahead and draw some redstone down like that. Place a button down right here. And then continue your floor pattern out like this, so it's all flush, nice and neat. There we are. Okay, 2 more blocks on here, and then test it out. There's 1. There's 2. Lastly, we'll go ahead and build the ultra fast corner block swapper. And I will note this does require multiple bud switches to work in sync, so if you have a slower computer it might not work, but just give it a shot and try it. So place a block with redstone dust on top, a sticky piston facing inward like this with a redstone block on it. Then go ahead and place a block like so with a sticky piston on top. Destroy that block. Place a block you want to swap right there. And then come back to this redstone dust, place a block on it. Place a sticky piston facing inward like so. And then a redstone block right there on top of it. Now go ahead and place a sticky piston on top of that redstone block. And then your floor block right there. Go ahead and draw out your floor a little bit here. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have a sandstone floor here. And then I also want to have a wall here. And I'll make my wall out of iron, just like that. Now go ahead and put your lever down over here. And we'll just come down 2 blocks right here. And we want to strongly power this iron block right there. So come on down here. Come down 1. And another one right here. Actually, we'll just do this. We'll come down like this, and then like that. Then go ahead and place dust like so, and a repeater right there on default delay. You should be done. So there it is, and there it is. So that's going to be all for me today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this whole week worth of redstone builds and tutorials. I really enjoyed making it. Hopefully you guys liked it too. I'll provide a link to every day of the redstone week down in the description. But thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been Cubfan. Goodbye.